Good evening, everybody. It's the evening of July 8th, 2021, and let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart and see what progress we've made here. If you were following the chart that I did last night, I updated it to show, the potential breakdown of this point here. We were hoping this was the ABC, and we were going to make a yellow third wave from this point. Obviously that didn't happen. It broke down below that proposed 2 there, and so as a bullish alternative to the red count, I took a look at this and said, potentially this is your A here and B here for this yellow 2, and we would look to this pale green box to hold as a C of this yellow 2 here. So far we did have a fairly decent reaction. We held right around that 1.0 extension, which is the ideal range for C. I'm not counting this as a guaranteed win for the bulls at this point, but we so far have held kind of the ideal range for that. And if we see a nice large sustained breakout here up above these 2 highs, certainly above 36.6, that should pretty firmly place us into the bullish count then in this yellow third. So where exactly that yellow third is going to end is not clear yet. We really are going to have to kind of watch it play out. You can see within this one we had a really big A and B, so we can have some pretty severe volatility still because this is a diagonal move. So we could certainly see something like this where we get a really big zigzag up to some point. And once that ends up topping out, then we can try to grab some more reliable information basically from that. If we have the 1 and the 3 in place, we can try to get some targets for the 4th and then the 5th of the move up, even though it's a diagonal. So other things working in the bulls' favor. Like I said back here, the PPO is bottoming out. It did temporarily sort of top out in this region, but the reaction downward from that was not too strong, and we're kind of down in neutral territory again, leaning towards the bullish side here. So that's good for the bulls. We also have on the RSI, we've got bullish divergence that's playing out on this hourly chart. Let's go to the 4-hour, and the 4-hour, we're on the PPO, bottomed, not in the deep green or the light green area quite yet, but we've got that dark green area which has served as bottom here and temporary bottom here. So potentially, that's a good sign there. We've got the 4-hour and the 1-hour both kind of giving us the signs that that bottom might be in here. The region that the bears need to break through still is the bottom of this at that 1.236 region of this move. That would be the absolute extent of what I could consider a C for this yellow 2. And if we break down below that, really, a spike down maybe would be okay, but really a sustained break below that is going to eradicate that C as a possibility and really put us pretty firmly into this alternate red 3 here instead. So that's kind of what we're looking at there, and we will see what overnight action brings. Strangely, like I said last night, the weekend action has been kind of our bullish action recently, so it might actually be a good thing that we're going into the weekend. A few months ago that wouldn't have been the case. We've been counting weekends as our bearish times, but recently the weekends have been good. So if we can hold above that 31.1 tomorrow and press higher going into the weekend, we may see a decent move up from there. So definitely area to watch is that 31.15. That's the area to watch, and then certainly below, obviously below this low. If we make a new low, that puts us very, very firmly into the bearish count. But first indication that I would say, definitely get out of longs is going to be that 31.1. And really, this was the area here, breaking below this, where I advised caution and said, definitely don't really want to be in leverage in that area, because that was certainly dangerous there. I think at this point, if you wanted to risk a little bit on a long, that's the right move based on the hourly indicators and the 4-hour indicators. Shorting here is certainly not the right move, risk reward wise. But you could set a stop somewhere down here, like below 31,000, and long anywhere in this range. Maybe do some ads down here in case it dumps out a little bit overnight again. But yeah, that's the play right now. Personally, I'm not really playing this on leverage. I still have all of my crypto that I'm just holding on to, and once again, I still have some more capital that I'm willing to deploy down in the $24 to $25, maybe $26,000 range. If it gets down there, I'll be adding more to my spot buys. But I still don't count this as a place to confidently leverage trade. But if you wanted to, like I said, stop it out below that 31.1 and go for a long, hoping that this yellow is going to play out. So the other kind of quote-unquote safer way to play would be if this went up here and kind of broke both of those highs, the previous highs, then you could buy a retrace down to almost anywhere and be pretty confident that we're going to get another wave up then. So either way, if you wanted to do leverage, those are the two options I see currently. So all right, that's the quick update on Bitcoin. I am going on vacation until Monday. I'll be back Monday evening. So I will not be doing any videos during the weekend, probably. I'll still be in the group a little bit and posting some charts from my phone or potentially from my laptop, but I won't have this set up to do videos. So, all right, you guys have a great weekend.